Religion does not build a nation. Prayers build no nation. Men of conscience, women of conscience build nations. Let me share a story with you. In the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, I used to be quite religious and very prayerful too. So I would go to the Redeem Camp for the Holy Ghost service. And when I was done at the Redeem Camp, if you are a Redeemed person or you used to go there, you remember that used to be, I think, the last Friday of the month. And when I was done there, I would drive straight to the Prayer City, MFM, and I'll spend time there and pray. And it was that back then, the Prayer City was my regular church. That was in the 90s. By the 2000s, I had started attending church closer home. So I am from that constituency, but it also offers me a unique illustration for how religion or prayers does not build any nation. At the time in question, the auditorium at the Redeem Camp was largely made of steel poles and corrugated cover. There were no air conditioners. You couldn't do anything without air conditioning. It was a vast open space, steel struts, corrugated sheet. I don't know what it's like these days. But when I stopped going there, I think around 2001, 2002. So I went back there. I was back there in August to bury my friend, Cherubamo. And it had become a thriving modern city, complete with a cemetery, one that the government cannot even boast of. Well laid out roads. Obviously, you can see that the place is reasonably secure. I'm told they have 24 hours electricity too. If you could replicate that community across the length and breadth of Nigeria, you would have perfection. The Redeemed Church did not build that by praying. The Bible enjoins us to walk and pray. The church prayed, but men worked. Men planned, and men worked. What the Redeemed Church has built within that enclosure in the times between when I used to be there and when I went back there was truly marvelous and shocking. But that is what the human capacity can do when properly harnessed. Unfortunately, whilst the Redeemed Church was building rightly, Nigeria was praying. We did prayer walks. So, we've been building the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway since Obasanjo's time. Obasanjo left in 2007. The 2027 that all the politicians are running towards will mark the 30th year since that road had been under reconstruction. If that is how the rest of the world have been praying and expecting infrastructure to appear because of their prayers, China will not be where it is today, neither would India or the Emirates or any of the countries that have evolved and developed whilst we've been praying. The United Arab Emirates is as Islamic as it gets, and I doubt that you're going to be any more Islamic than the Saudi Arabia. But those who are raising to take Nigeria to their Islamist Republic of Afghanistan do not look to the Saudis or the Emiratis or the Gulf Arabs or the Egyptians for their own inspiration. They look to Kabul. They look to Kabul, where we are told to pray. The stubborn truth is that a country that is prepared to spend 90 billion to subsidize Hajj, only God knows how much they are spending to subsidize trips to Israel, Jordan, in the name of Christian pilgrimage, does not have money for scholarships abroad, even for courses that it has no competencies in. The stubborn truth is that countries are not built like this. Simply not done. It is simply not done.